I hope you have unlimited text messaging. By Ms. Carr. Chapter 41. Interlude 10. Please stop writing fake pornographic text messages, I beg you. Director Snookums. Friday told me that you're actually now dating a cuddle bunny. Me. Friday has a big mouth, and it's actually been about 3 days. Of course, I haven't talked to him in those 3 days, but you can't act like a teenager when your boyfriend is on the international most wanted list. I can show some restraint. Director Snookums. Keyword is some. Actually, Friday told me 3 days ago, but I was hoping you would tell me first. Actually, she sent out a mass message to all of your friends, even those that I'm technically supposed to arrest for violating the Accords. Me. Friday, you are no longer allowed to hang out with Ida. I think she's a bad influence on you. Director Snookums. That's good because I don't want you hanging out with her owner. Seriously, what did I do to have to babysit 2 mad scientists? Me. Tactical 3. If we were not friends, I would poach Dr. Fitz. Your new exoskeleton is coming along nicely thanks to his input. It should be ready for you next week. Now you're only installing new elevators into the playground for the sake of ADA compliance. Director Snookums. And thankfully the lab wasn't blown up in the process. Me. Actually, I think the fact that we're friends is why they believe you can find crazy geniuses. Director Snookums. Mostly because they actually think I can mind you. Obviously, they're unaware I've never been successful. Me. Funny. Thankfully for you, I am not one for genetic engineering. And Dr. Radcliffe did develop that gas that could have turned most of Europe into superpowered zombies under duress, which is better than we can say about my apocalypse. Director Snookums. You were under the influence of mind control. Me. Not really. What does it say about me that one vision of Cuddle Bunny dying in my arms made me create murder bots? Director Snookums. That you were completely in love with him, and when you're in love, you will do crazy things to protect people you love. Sometimes they blow up in your face. Me. I never said the L word in relation to Cuddle Bunny. Director Snookums. Yes, you have several times, mostly when drunk. I'm pretty sure you've been in love with him since footage of him being carried on a gurney out of the Potomac made you throw up. Me. That was probably the alcohol from my post that Hydra assassin in my building didn't kill me. Bench. I haven't been drunk for the last 2.5 months. Director Snookums. And you have no idea how proud I am of you for doing that. You're getting yourself together, and that makes me happy. You're a good guy, Tony, and you're even better when you're sober. Me. I just do stupid shit too often. Director Snookums. However, usually in the guise of trying to help someone. Me. And then it all goes horribly wrong. Director Snookums. Not always. I hope things go well for you guys, but I am worried. I saw you after Siberia. I don't want you to go back to that place. Me. That's the name of a Backstreet Boys song that Friday likes to play on repeat because she's mean. Director Snookums. Tony! Me. I'm equally terrified. I mean, my last serious relationship ended in tears and my stomach getting bumped. Cuddle Bunny and I are going to take things slow and work on building our relationship up as much as we can. Me. I mean, it's not like we can jump into bed together. Maybe being in different countries is a good thing because we have to focus on the emotional part of the relationship. As you know, by being my friend for the last 30 years, I suck at the emotional part of relationships. Director Snookums. No, you don't. It's just you have all these walls up and it's hard to get past them. But once you do, there's this great person there just waiting. Director Snookums. And I understand why you have all those walls. I was there at MIT when the older kids used to use you for money or homework help, and that was before Afghanistan. You deserved better. Me. I think we became friends because you punched one of those people out. Sometimes, somehow we managed to stay friends despite the stupid stuff I do on a regular basis. Director Snookums. Including forcing me to read your fake pornographic subterfuge text messages. Please, stop writing those. There's no point in you continuing to do that because everyone that matters knows who Cuddle Bunny is. You're not fooling anyone. Me, mostly because you don't assume that Cuddle Bunny's alter ego must be a paragon of heterosexuality. Also, how do you know they're fake? We're separated by an entire ocean and a lot of political bullshit. We need to do something to keep the spark alive. Director Snookums. Because your boyfriend used to blush every time someone told a dirty joke in his presence. Usually you. I don't need to be reading that. I walked in on enough of those situations when we shared an apartment at MIT. Director Snuggums. Also, I don't think Agent Carter wants to be reading that either. Me. So, poor man's Coulson really was that much of a dick? Director Snuggums. Yes, you owe her after she helped rescue Laura. You got the boy, don't rub it in. Me. True. Okay, I will stop writing the fake ones because even though I still have some Sharon issues that are totally independent of Cuddle Bunny, I don't completely hate her anymore. Director Snuggums. Thank you. Me. That being said, I cannot guarantee that future messages will be free of pornographic content. Cuddle Bunny is no blushing virgin. Underneath the blue and white American exterior lives a very kinky bastard. Director Snookums, just keep those conversations under heavy encryption, I beg you. You're like a brother to me. Because of that, I never want to read your sexual fantasies in a professional capacity. Director Snookums, as many times as I have had to save your ass over the years, you owe me that much. Me, so much more, really. Me, fine, although I wouldn't have to resort to sexting if I could actually be in the same country as Cuddle Bunny without a SWAT team being dispatched. Is there anything you can do about that? I'm even afraid to meet him on the island because you might not track me there, but Ross would. Director Snuckums, I'm working on it, but it will be a couple of months especially because you want me to get Laura's husband home first. You still want me to get him home first? Me, yes. The junior archers need their dad back. I can deal with blue balls for a few more weeks. Director Snuckums, still more likely a few more months than a few weeks. Some aspects of the Accords actually need to be renegotiated, which means State Department involvement and congressional ratification, which will be time-consuming. Me, just let me know which senators I need to contribute campaign money to. Director Snuckums, not Nadir. Actually, if you could give money to her opponent in 2 years, I would be really happy. We haven't even gone public yet, and she's already making my job so much harder. Me, I think I own a house in her district. Maybe I should consider running. I wouldn't be any worse. Director Snuckums, of course you would run for Congress just to get your boyfriend back in the country. Sometimes I think you asked that I be director just so it would be easier for you to have a booty call with Cuddle Bunny. Me, of course not. I want you to be director because you won't send an 11-year-old girl to the raft because her parents do not feel comfortable with her wearing a tracking bracelet. Time with a new boyfriend is just a bonus. Director Snuckums. In that case, check-in visits work just as well. Once she is completely trained, Laura will be Miss Khan's caseworker. I'm also assigning her to Peter. Me, I have no idea what you're talking about. Director Snuckums. I know a lot of things that you don't think I know. How are you enjoying Baltimore right now? Me, did Friday tell you where I am, or did I end up on Twitter? The baseball cap doesn't work like it used to. Director Snookums. Tracking bracelet. Agent Rodriguez is still required to wear one until we can convince the UN Oversight Committee. That is a really dumb idea. Me, good luck with that. Look, we are just in Baltimore for a little assistant and boss bonding. Director Snookums. And you couldn't in an establishment in the DC Metro? Me, the National Aquarium is a great place for employee bonding, especially because I can't do bars anymore. Now we're having dinner before coming back to the playground. Me, also apparently I'm only allowed to do coffee with Cuddle Bunny. Not that I'm going to get any Cuddle Bunny coffee anytime soon, because if there's one thing Congress is good at, it's cock blocking. Director Snookums. I'm sure Congress is obsessed with keeping you from getting laid. Seriously, Tony? I don't have time for this. Not everything is about you. Me, at the very least, they are obsessed with keeping me from getting married. The Cuddle Bunny, anyway. Thankfully, the Supreme Court took care of that. Director Snookums. You know, I feel like you're bringing up marriage just so I won't point out the fact that I know you're lying to me. Coulson's team in Zephyr 1 picked up seismic activity within about half a mile of where you were 45 minutes ago. So, I'm going to ask again, why are you in Baltimore? Me. How's that a coincidence? Director Schnookums. We've known each other too long for that to work on me. When Coulson's team arrived, they found one individual spattered across the room in enough pieces to make the forensic team cry. Me. You should probably get more technicians. Director Snookums. Also, they found a very dangerous Hydra weapon that mysteriously disappeared from S.H.I.E.L.D. lockup 48 hours ago. something that nobody told me about until they found the missing weapon. There were also 10 unconscious members of the Watchdog terrorist group. Me, well, I'm glad they were able to prevent the Hydra weapon from getting into the hands of terrorists. Although, don't you think it's ironic that an anti-alien hate group wants to buy a weapon most likely based on alien technology? Director Snookums, I said nothing about a weapons deal gone bad. Me, that doesn't mean I was there. How long was I in the weapons industry before I got tired of all the blood on my hands? Hydra weapon plus terrorist group equals weapons deal. Director Snookums, I know that Friday was in our files helping you and your assistant track down the guy who killed her cousin. I'm pretty sure the forensic team is going to identify him as the dead body. All I really want to know at this point is if Quake was there. Me, don't you think it's a waste of your limited resources to be chasing after somebody who just wants to help people? Director Snookums, that's obviously Tony for yes. Me, you're not going after Nomad, which I'm happy about. Why are you going after Quake? What makes you different? Director Snookums, other than the fact you're dating him and he used to be my teammate, Nomad is not operating in North America. Nomad also did not accidentally destroy a bridge last week. Me, you said it yourself. That was an accident. I thought that happened because the Watchdogs bombed a safe house, killing 2 recently identified Inhumans. Also, it was a tiny bridge, and nobody got hurt, unlike with what the Watchdogs did. Director Snookums, the media doesn't see it that way. Also, let's be honest, people are more afraid of an Asian woman with superpowers than a blonde white guy with a six-pack. Me, as long as they think the guy is straight anyway, the media can get fucked. Director Snookums, you were the one who wanted oversight. Me, to prevent enhanced person internment camps. I am surprised the good senator hasn't already proposed that. Director Snookums, so am I. Tony, I'm really trying here, but you have to meet me halfway. Don't do stupid shit. Me, I am trying, and I know you do have the bad guys in custody. That was not a weapon that you would want on the street. Director Snookum, I know. Just try to stay on the good side of things. I think we're all really just one bad day away from being a supervillain. Me, we will try. We will be back at the playground in a few hours. We'll bring a cake. Director Snookums, just try not to do anything that will result in you getting arrested. Me, I'll make no promises.